Welcome back to the Go Nintai channel where language is through perseverance. It's your boy S.T coming at you with another grammar pattern. This week we're going to learn として、としては、としても, and としての. Get ready. Alright, so to kick this off, we're going to start with noun plus として. When we attach として to a noun, it takes on the meaning as. So let's look at this first example. Alright, so let's take the word 強盗. 強盗 means robber, mugger, robbery, something like that. So if we add that to this grammar pattern, it becomes 強盗として, which means as a robber or as a mugger. Let's try two more examples and then maybe we could try to put this into some example sentences. For example number 2, we could take a word like 貢献. 貢献means contribution. So how would we say as a contribution? If we put the grammar pattern with the dictionary form of that word, then it is 貢献として. 貢献として, which means as a contribution. Alright, one more example and then we'll get into some sentences. Alright, so next we could take a word like 光景. 光景 is a spectacle. So how would you say as a spectacle? Real quick, think about it. And you get 光景として. 光景として, which means as a spectacle. Alright, now that we know kind of the way to conjugate, where there really isn't that much conjugation, you just take the dictionary form, slap it together with the actual grammar pattern, and you get what you got, right? But let's see how this works out in a sentence. Alright, example sentence number 1, we have 僕は経験者として言ってるんだ. This all together means, I'll give you a couple seconds. Okay, maybe I've never played an instrument and I never will, as you can tell from my amazing beatbox skills. Alright, so all together we have, I am saying this as someone with experience, right? So as someone with experience. として in between 経験者, which is a person with experience. So as a person with experience. Alright, let's move on to sentence number 2. Alright, example sentence number 2. We're going to use 野球のプロとして働くのが夢だ. Go ahead and put that together. Let's see what we get. I'll give you a couple seconds. But first, gotta give myself some wings. Alright, so you should have got, my dream is to work as a professional baseball player. Alright? Alright. Let's move on to the next grammar pattern. Okay, remember back, I believe, probably in every book 1 of every Japanese grammar book out there, or at least studying for the N5, you learned a noun-to-noun modifier, right? So it wouldn't be that far of a stretch to understand that if we attach a no at the end of として, we're using that to describe another noun, right? We already have the noun that として is being stuck to say it's as that, but we're wanting to modify or connect it to the additional noun. So let's try this in a couple of example sentences and see how that works out. Alright, example sentence number 1, we're going to use 観客としての人生を考えた. Go ahead and put that together, see how that translates, and then we'll check it together. Give you a couple seconds, and of course, while I wait. If any government body of Japan is watching, we need to import Rockstar. I don't know if you guys out there know, but you can't get Rockstar at any store, and it's my favorite drink. So I have to substitute with the Red Bull. I wish so much that I can get a rock star. But I digress. All right, so together, that whole sentence you should have got, I thought about my life as a spectator, right? Let's move on to sentence number 2. All right, sentence number 2, we're going to use 社長としてのアップルの会社でどんな給料をもらうと思いますか? Go ahead and try to translate that sentence. I'll give you a couple seconds, of course, while I'll taste my lovely beverage, and then we'll check it together. All right, so if you translated it correctly, it should come out to a sentence roughly meaning, what salary do you think you will earn at Apple's company as the president? And I'm pretty sure it's balling, whatever it is. All right, so for our next grammar point of としては, the thing that helps me in this somehow, and it might not help you, but I remember in some of our earlier grammar lessons, we learned that wa can also be used as an emphasis. Here, it means that it is going to say that something applies to this particular situation, but not to something else. All right? So in a sense, it's still emphasizing something, but it just means for this case it applies, but for this case it doesn't apply. Let's look at some example sentence, and hopefully it will make a little bit more sense. All right, sentence number 1, we have 映画としてはいいけど. Let's try to think about that as, again, it applies in one condition, but maybe not another condition. Think about what that can mean, and then we'll try to translate it together and see what we get. All right. So you should have got something like, it's good as a movie, but, right? And we've all seen this case scenario where something was good as a movie, terrible as a TV show, right? This sentence would be perfect for that, right? All right, let's try one more sentence. All right, sentence number 2, we're going to put in there アイディアとしてはいいんだけど実用できない気がする. So let's go ahead again and think about what that means, and then we'll work it together. Sorry if I'm drinking too much for anybody out there. My mouth gets super dry while doing these episodes, so I have to have something on standby just to let you know, how my day is going. So how's your day going? Anyways, let's get back to this sentence. So the whole sentence together, you should have got, it's good as an ideal, but I feel it can't be put into real practice. All right. And in case you are looking for any of these kanji or any of the vocabulary used in any part of this episode or any episode that I post, if you look down in the more description, you'll always see exactly what it is. You can go ahead and take that, put it into gshow.org or whatever mode of dictionary you are using, and then you can go ahead and learn some of your vocabulary that way also. If you want me to do a breakdown word for word in the description or maybe in the episodes themselves, might make it longer, but that's okay for me. Just let me know what's better for you. All right. The reason I'm saying this is because one thing that I found, especially as you get into the N3, the JLTP N3 world, a lot of the English grammar or the English points are kind of taken away more and more, which I agree. At that point, you're starting to get into a different part, but it's also still hard. You're still not really high, but you're not low either. You're not, well, you're still low, but you're not super low, right? So to me, the video community out there that are showing videos on N3 categories, usually they take away all of the English and you kind of muddle your way through. So I kind of wanted to bring a little bit more English in there. I know N2 or higher for sure. There should be no English explanation, no whatever. But I think N3 is a little bit too early to take away all of the English comprehension or explanations. Yeah, you'll get a lot of that in your books and things of that nature. But if you're watching anybody out there trying to get further explanation, it's kind of hard to find somebody out there that gives explanation. Move out of the way. That gives explanation in English. So let me know if you need more or less. All right. Sorry. Let's get on to the next one. All right. Last up, we have toste mo. Toste mo. And again, it seems like you could take a lot of what you've learned in your N5, N4 series and kind of tie it in. Mo always by itself, again, means and or also, right? So we can also take toste as and mo and put it together and you can get also as, right? Or something to that effect. All right, so if we take that and we put it into sentences, it's pretty much exactly the same that we have been doing in each of the previous toste wa, toste no section, but now let's try it with mo and see what kind of a sentence we can produce with that. All right, example sentence number 1, we're going to use kisha toshite mo umai. It's a real short sentence. We could try to put all of this together. Again, and what I'll do is I'll try to break these sentences down a little bit more. And that way you guys can see the difference on just me giving the sentence and translating versus breaking down the sentence and then translating. And then you could tell me which one you like if you put it in the comments. And then we'll go ahead and try to format that to every show going forward. If I don't hear anything, of course, then I'll just keep trying different things here and there and seeing what you guys like. All right, so if we take and break this down, you have kisha, a reporter, right? Toshite mo, also as, right? And the word umai. Umai meaning well, skilled at, something like that. So if we put the whole sentence together, what would you come up with? If you got he, she, they, whoever, also are skilled as a reporter, then that would be the correct translation for this. Of course, we all know that the pronouns are going to be very neutral, meaning it can mean he, she, it, they, are, whatever, right? All right, let's see sentence number 2. Right on to the last sentence. We have the sentence of danse toshite mo, ningen toshite mo, sonkei dekiru. So let's see what we put that together with. Let's go through the vocabulary of that. We have danse, meaning a man or male, right? Then we have the toshite mo grammar. You know what that means. Ningen, of course, being a human being or a person. Again, with the toshite mo grammar pattern. And sonkei. Sonkei means to respect or be able to respect or something along that line. And dekiru means can do or have the ability to do. So put that sentence together and let's see what you get. All right, so you should have got something along the lines like I can or he can. Or maybe this sentence would be more suited to an I. I can respect him as a man as well as a human being. Something to that effect. Or I can respect him as a man and also I can respect him as a human. All right, so this person is just amazing. All right, one last little fact about this grammar pattern. And that is that there is a little bit of confusion that may arise later. I don't know why I keep hitting this thing every time today. I'm sorry, Mr. Mike, I'm sorry. Anyways, you can get a little confused with the toshite that is out there that has a total different meaning. It can mean to be assuming something is that or whatever. This is also very similar to tosuru. Tosuru to, excuse me. The way you can recognize this and this pattern versus that pattern is that this pattern of the toshite wa mo no comes with a noun before it. In the other grammar pattern of toshite, you're going to have a verb in its dictionary form prior to the toshite. Ah! I don't know. Maybe I'm just too close to this thing. Whatever. Anyways, so just remember, if there's a noun before it, it means as, right? As or as also, or you're modifying it to another noun, something to that nature. But if you have a verb prior to the grammar pattern, that it means assuming something, assuming that this verb is taking place or whatever. So next episode, we're going to go over, let me look at my itinerary. We're going to go over nishite wa, nishite mo, and toshitara. Toshitara. We'll break down those three grammar patterns in the next episode. I'm going to try to get that episode out as quick as possible. If you haven't noticed, I kind of switched gears. I'm moving into more of the N3 grammar patterns and N3 vocabulary because I am getting ready to take the N3 this December, so I need some way to ramp myself up. And there's some grammar patterns that I have been able to find on other YouTubers' videos, and some grammar patterns that I have not, and sometimes the explanation is kind of hard. So I've been going through a lot of books trying to find as much information as I can, so that I can put anything and everything out here that me, myself, and you yourself might encounter on our N3 journey. Again, anything, any comments, any gripes, complaints, praises, well, I don't expect any of those because I know my level is pretty low, but anything you want to be put in the show, or maybe a subject that you want to go over, of course, for me right now, capabilities N3 and lower, that I will be able to work on. So anything N2, N1, maybe that's something for a later date, but you can put it in now if you want, and I'll research it later. But go ahead and put that down in the comments below, and we'll try to go ahead and knock that out. Again, this is your boy S.T for Go Nin Tai, where language is through perseverance. My perseverance, your perseverance, all of us as we walk through our journey down to Japanese fluency. Have a good one. Peace.